Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik with RazorEmporium.com here today to do a comparison showdown of some of the most popular double-edged travel razors on the market. Let's get started. So we're all lathered up with Parasso White Anti-Irritation Shaving Cream. We are loaded up with Paul Silver blades in each razor, and we're going to compare some of the most popular double-edged razors on the market. Now, you may be asking yourself, you're getting into wet shaving for the first time, and a big business trip is coming up or vacation, and you want to travel, you want to get your bag ready. Maybe you want to have a dedicated travel razor, and so we're going to start with some of these. From Gillette, a vintage razor, the Travel Tech. This is from 1958, the specific one, but they made them over the course of a good 25, 35 years. Different handles, but always kind of a miniature handle, and but the same standard Gillette Tech heads. Very nice. This one features kind of a aluminum spiral design, like a crosshatch kind of design. But they had the regular brass handle with nickel plating, kind of that standard Gillette fine knurl on the handle. I'm a big fan of the Gillette Tech razors, so it's no surprise that this is really nice. Oftentimes you'll see these razors in like a little pouch, maybe in an antique store, like a little leather kind of pouch with a pack of blades in it, or a mirror. Yeah. Making for a great shave. The small handle is obviously going to have to really teach you your dexterity of holding on to this like a pencil, not a paintbrush, but just a couple fingers like this, and a little more finesse, and you should have a great quality shave. Very nice. These razors can be found, it depends on if you get them online or get them at a store. I'd say anywhere in the $5 to $55 range. Again, it's kind of a wide range, but just depends if you have a great deal or if you buy one that's been maybe reconditioned, polished, whatever. So that's the Gillette Travel Tech. Next up, from Merkur, is the 45C. Now this razor has kind of a marbled Bakelite look. So it's obviously not metal, so maybe you can get through TSA a lot easier. Of course, you'd have to mail your blades ahead of time or buy them when you get there if you're doing carry-on, but very lightweight. Let's give this one a shot. Anytime I use a plastic or Bakelite handle, you always have to really refocus your angle and pressure kind of ratios, because the head's not kind of wanting to naturally just tilt in, like a metal razor will. You're really going to have to set a little more pressure to kind of compensate for that. So I'm holding this razor a little bit more towards the end of the handle. That way I can kind of lever it as I'm shaving. I would say this is a little more mild than the Gillette Tech, which is not a bad thing. The last thing you want to do with a lightweight double-edged razor is, cause some kind of laceration. Yeah, very comfortable. A little bit of some skin stretching, I'm getting a great shave. Very nice. Before I get too much further ahead, I'm going to also grab another awesome travel razor. This is the Parker A1R, and it does kind of come in a nice little leather travel bag, and it is very reminiscent of the Travel Tech from Gillette. It kind of came in these similar styled containers. It's going to have a kind of unique handle design. If I can get it out of the bag, here we go. Awesome. It has got a telescopic handle, so that you can thread this together, and now you have a full-size handle, and it looks like a standard Parker style safety razor head. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You get the travel case, you get the convenience of traveling with a smaller kind of form factor razor, but it transforms into a full-size razor. So let's give this one a shot. I'm gonna load it up with my standard Paul Silver blade. We try to hold a lot of the variables constant in these comparisons so that we're really only looking at what's in contention and not, oh, I had different blades, or I used a different shaving cream from one shave to the next. Okay, so here we go, all assembled, the Parker A1R. These are in the $35, $45 range, just depends on where you're gonna get it from. Wow, that is nice. It could be the fact that I'm using, in comparison, a full metal, full handled razor that, you know, kind of transformed, but very, very nice. A lot more what I'm used to at home. You know, the age-old phrase that let the razor do the work is 100% accurate, that you really got to let the metal handle apply, you know, just the right amount of pressure. Very nice. I'd have to say, of the three, this is my favorite so far. The Parkers are based off of Edwin Jagger style kind of heads. A lot of people have kind of found this to be just an amazing performance head. I think it's one of the most imitated on the market. One little trick as a shaving tip, when you get to your Adam's apple area, you can always kind of stretch the skin left and right and kind of avoid having to actually go over the bump of the Adam's apple. Well, before I just finish up with the Parker, I should give the other two a little bit more time. FaceTime. See, that's not bad at all. I think it's just the lightweight handle that's throwing me off in the shorter handle. It feels very nice. Very big fan of the Gillette Tech head. Another one of these kind of legendary heads that's been copied and imitated for years and years. I mean, Gillette themselves had the Tech head out, I mean, for 1939 until at least 1979, I'm sure. A good 40 years of company history. The Tech razor was their budget model. It was 39 cents, 49 cents. Gillette had so many different strategies. You know, they didn't care if you wanted to buy the 39-cent razor or the $10 razor. You know, adjustable toggle or whatever, you know, the high-end razor. They just wanted to make sure you bought blades. And I guess I'll do a little bit of my final touch-up with the Merkur. I have to admit, in a pinch, I could see the Merkur working great, or if you really are truly concerned about not having a metal razor, for metal detectors, or if you're backpacking and every single ounce counts, this is a great option. But you know, it does feel a lot like a disposable, you know, Bic razor or something, because just how absolutely lightweight it is. But could give you an opportunity to work on your angle pressure game, because it is certainly forcing me to really have to kind of, you know, finely tune my dexterity to get the right angle and not really, you know, want to bear down, because it doesn't have the natural weight to just want to kind of do the work for you. So how do they compare? After using all three, they were all enjoyable. I did have a preference. I hate to admit it, but it was the Parker. I wish I could say that the Gillette Tech razor was the best ever, and I do love the head, but the handle left a little bit to be desired. So if I was to compare these, let's start from the beginning. The Merkur, being all plastic, is certainly lightweight, and if that's a major concern for you, whether you're backpacking or don't want to be stopped in a metal detector through TSA, this could be a really good option. It also comes with a travel case that's also plastic, and sometimes if you drop the case, it may get damaged, like this one did. But you know, that's a decision you're going to have to make. It did provide a pretty mild shave, and I really had to focus on the angle and pressure ratio because it was so light. The Gillette Tech razors, a lot of times you can find the original leather case, but even if you don't, these are so tiny that they could fit into, I mean, just a little tiny, I mean, it could fit in your hand. Look at that. It provided a medium aggressive shave. It was heavier than the Merkur, but still, I had to kind of readjust my normal shaving strokes to kind of compensate for the lighter, smaller handle, and had to kind of grip it a little bit more firm. But, you know, performance was great. And lastly, the Parker, I really do like that it comes in a leather case. It's a little more durable. If you want to toss that right into your dot bag, no big deal. Having the handle that comes apart into two pieces allows for a smaller form factor, but also gives you kind of the feel of the razor at home with your travel shaves. The head was in the medium to maybe even medium aggressive range, and the weight was awesome. I got a really nice, close, comfortable shave using it. So I think this was my favorite of the three. And I think if I was to travel next, I may grab one of these. So that is our travel razor showdown comparison. I hope you found today's video helpful, informative. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We want to hear from you with maybe your favorite shaving razor to take on the go, or another travel tip that you could share. Thank you so much for watching our channel. We love doing these videos for you guys out there, and we will see you next time.